Hey, so today is Tuesday. Today is Telling the Truth with Tanya Tuesday. So I want to talk about, I'm not sure if you all know, but May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we all know, you've heard it, you've read it, you've seen so many specials about the importance of making sure your mental health is in order. And it's a stigma in the Black community. And the only way to do something about it, y'all, is to actually talk about it. So for the month of May, I definitely will be tapping in and touching on a couple of things because I think it's important. It's important when it comes to just your day-to-day living. It's important when it comes to how you actually manage and control your money, how you purchase, how you buy, whether you purchase, whether you buy, whether you spend excessively, whether you save excessively. A lot of that has to do with your mental. So, on this episode of Telling the Truth with Tanya Tuesday, I want to touch on something that is dear to me, is something that I've had to learn to do because I didn't even know I needed it, and I know I'm not alone. And part of Telling the Truth with Tanya Tuesday is for us to be for me to be transparent, because I promised myself and I promised God that I would be the person that I needed at those different stages in my life where I was struggling, trying to figure it all out, or where I was excelling. And I understand how, I had why I knew the things I knew. So it's important to me. It's a passion of mine to talk about money, but also one of the things that I've been commissioned to do, that which is to step out my comfort zone and to share more. And this hasn't been easy, but this is part of this work and this Telling the Truth with Tanya. So let's talk about one of my struggles, right? So one of my struggles is forgiveness. And we've all heard, forgiveness isn't just for the other person, it's for you. Right? We've all heard that in some form or fashion. And one of the things that is important is that we first forgive ourselves. We have to first forgive ourselves. And I had to learn that firsthand. So, it's hard to forgive somebody else when you can't even forgive yourself, right? Forgiveness of yourself and what you've done that's put you in situations is so important. So, it was so, y'all, this ain't just come on. I know May is Mental Health Wellness Month, but let me show you. So the pandemic last year, Creative Tea just went into a lot of modes. One of those modes is I was making shirts. I have a Cricut. I bought a Cricut. I had a heart. So I was making shirts. So let me show you the shirt I made. This was a while. This was almost over a year ago. And I was making that vow to forgive me. And I'll post a pic of what the back of the shirt says. But the back of the shirt says that I am committed to taking better care of me. Because I wasn't taking care of me. And part of me taking care of me was to forgive myself. A lot of you know, and I've shared my struggles with chronic migraines and extreme fatigue. And it's one of the reasons that I had to leave corporate America. It took me a while to forgive myself for having to leave corporate America and go on this healing journey. So it's important for us to understand that we have to forgive ourselves. And I had to learn that firsthand Part of these migraines was the fact that because I'm an overachiever, because I'm so driven, because I'm so determined, y'all, I'm so determined that I get on my own nerves sometimes. But because of all those things, I didn't know how to get rest. I didn't know how to take a break. I didn't know how to breathe. And I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. I am not the only one that doesn't know how to breathe. Y'all, we have to breathe. And if you are doing so much, and if you're going 90 miles per hour all the time, wearing 5 million hats, doing 20 million things, and then trying to remember all the small stuff that you're supposed to remember, you're going to end up in places and put yourself in circumstances that you wouldn't have normally put yourself in. If you are like me and you've done some of those things and more, you have to forgive yourself. If you've been in relationships that you know you shouldn't have been in, and you stayed in for all your own reasons, way too longer than you were supposed to, and as a result of that, you have all this going on in your life, you have all these ailments from stress, you have to forgive yourself. If you had to file bankruptcy more than once, let's say you didn't have to file bankruptcy. Let's say your house has been foreclosed. You've been kicked out of apartments. You've been so broke that you couldn't buy your kids the daily necessities that they need. And you don't understand why this continuously happens over and over and over and over in different areas, but why you are lacking so much over and over and over. You have to forgive yourself. What you are attracted to is attracted to you. If you don't forgive yourself, you're going to also attract people who don't forgive themselves. Forgive yourself for you, for the next generation, for your happy place. Y'all take your me time. Y'all see this masterpiece? Where is that? See this masterpiece right here? I've been wanting to do a paint and sip like for years, y'all, for years. I love, like, for real, Bob Ross. I don't know if my mom may have told a story, but I think Bob Ross might be my daddy. But for real talk, my mama is talented. She's very artistic. But doing something is, here it is, doing something that I wanted to for years. I was able to do that when we visited my sister in Maryland. And it was awesome, y'all. It was that me time I needed. It was that away time I needed. But I'm committed. And if you can identify with anything that has been discussed, I want you to, number one, say, I forgive me. Next, I want you to say, I am committed to whatever that should be. I'm committed to taking better care of me, because y'all, I've been taking care of everything and everyone else. And that had to stop. Part of this book, my book I wrote, Mindset Moves Mountains, I had to change my mindset, y'all. I had to, and it's available on Amazon.com. So you can order, if you go and search Mindset Moves Mountains. It's a writing detox journal, and it's on Amazon.com. So if you go and search that, you'll find it. But that's part of this process, this healing process, and me forgiving myself. Sometimes I have to write what I'm forgiving myself in here. This detox journal is for you to just get all that stuff out your head. It's time to forgive ourselves, y'all. That's it. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.